What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is going to be an Ask Me Anything about the Galaxy Z Fold2. So if you have questions, I'm going to have these questions submitted live. So let's jump into it. We got our first question. Mark Odom says, good evening. It's Mark. How are you? I'm getting the Galaxy Z Fold tomorrow. How do you remove your black bar on YouTube? Get full screen. So if you're watching a YouTube video, I'm going to open up YouTube real quick. Turn the volume down on here. If you choose a video, well, that's me live. I don't want to see myself live. If you go in here and you play a video, if you just pinch in, and obviously it's going to cut off the edges of the screen, but if you pinch in, it gives you the full screen. I don't remember it doing this initially right off the bat with the phone. I could have swore it didn't, so I think YouTube updated the app. I could be wrong, but ultimately just open up YouTube and then pinch in, just like you would on your phone. Like if you have a Note 20 or S10, you have to pinch in to get the full screen. It's the same thing. Next question, Santiago Medina. Should I get the Z Fold or the Note 20 Ultra? Well, I would probably say the Note 20 Ultra is the best phone to get for basically everyone. But if you want a completely different experience and a device that's going to replace your tablet and your phone, without a doubt, get the Galaxy Z Fold 2. It's more fun for sure, I think. And it is more of a productivity device. I don't use the S Pen, but for me, being able to multitask, and if I wanted to video edit, honestly, I'd rather video edit on this. It's a bigger display, more screen real estate. The speakers are louder, but the speakers are really good on the Note 20 Ultra as well. If you want a traditional phone, without a doubt, get the Note 20 Ultra. But if you want to try something different in every sense of that word, because this display just gives you so much more of an experience. This is like an experience. This is a lifestyle. You know, this is a come to Jesus moment. This is something that this is the future. If you're ready to be in the future, get this. Edward Samankis, probably butchered your name. I bought the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and recently the screen protector on the inside is appearing with bubbles and appears to be coming off where it folds. Have you been having any trouble with that? So I have a video coming out about it. I haven't decided when I'm going to release it, but I already took off the cover on the inside and on the outside. It's very easy to do. I wasn't having trouble with bubbling. I was having trouble with it was getting dirty and I couldn't wash it off. It was getting like those weird like marks where it just gets really, really dirty and you just scrub it as hard as you can and it still doesn't come off. So I peeled it off and I'm much happier with it. It's not a huge difference, I'll be honest with you. Other people say it is. I don't think it is. If I were you, I'd just take it off. If you have a case on and you're safe with your phone, you should be absolutely fine. Michael T5 asks, which phone will you keep or sell, the Note 20 Ultra or the Z Fold 2? For me, honestly, I'll keep both phones. But if I had to sell one of them, it's so easy, the Note 20 Ultra. I don't even use it anymore, really. It just sits, it's right here. I never take it out of my room anymore. It stays in my office. This is with me full time, full throttle, as Flossie might say. I love this phone. It's just a great device. So it does everything that I want, and it does it really, really well. I just need a case. That's the biggest complaint right now, but this is definitely my keeping phone. And I can't see any other phone that's coming out from now until the next version of this that will replace this. I think that'll be the first time in a long time that I haven't replaced my main phone in a really, really long time. Years and years and years, probably before I started the channel. All right, Chris S., what case are you using? So for my Galaxy Z Fold 2, I'm naked, completely naked, no case. I keep putting pop sockets on and they keep falling off because it's like glass or glass-tastic on the back there, so it doesn't stick to it. So I'm waiting for a case. I know Ring Key is sending me some cases, but at the time of making this video, I don't have any cases, unfortunately. So I'm just waiting for some cases to come out. Who else is sending me some case? VRS is supposed to be sending cases. Eventually, I believe UAG will be sending me cases. Most likely, though, my main case will probably end up being a ring key, because I know they said they're sending me some cases that are arriving this week. Hamza Solomon says, I want to buy the Galaxy Z Fold 2, but I will buy next year. Or should I buy this year's Z Fold, or should I buy next year's phone? I don't know. I can't imagine. Well, let me answer. I love this. I would recommend everyone buy this if you can afford it and you're ready for something new. Otherwise, I really can't imagine what they're going to add for next year that's going to trump this one. Like, maybe better battery life. I wouldn't mind some better battery life on this phone. And the other thing is, I'd like a wider display on the front. Those are my two main things about that: better battery life and a larger front display. Other than that, I'm really happy with this. It could be skinnier. I wouldn't mind that, obviously, but I think that's years away before it starts getting skinnier when it's closed up. When it's opened, it's completely fine, the skinniness of it. And obviously, way more accessories in terms of cases like that. But if you can afford it, I'd say get this year's. Cardo Amaya, do you know if One UI 3.0 beta is coming to the Z Fold 2? I haven't heard it's going to. I would imagine it's going to, just because of the fact that they usually, when they do release the betas, they're usually doing these in order, like after the S20s and the Note 20s get it, usually then they go to the 10s. I would assume it's going to get it, but I haven't heard that it will. Maybe they'll just jump to it, but I would assume they will, so I'm going to say yeah. Eddie Sanchez asks, how's the battery life on the Galaxy Z Fold 2 for someone as a power user every day? So I generally get 5.5 hours of battery life on this phone daily basis. I end up charging it twice. I usually will use it up until the time my son takes a nap, which is usually around 1 or 2. I charge it, and then by the time I go to bed, which is usually sometime between 10 and midnight, I have to charge it again. It's like getting into the 20s again. So, but I'm on my phone a lot, which is probably not a good thing. I'm a little bit addicted to it. I love being on my phone. But yeah, I personally get about 5.5 hours. I think that's pretty normal for most people. So I think if you're a power user, that's probably what you're going to end up getting. So James Baker, this is kind of a question, kind of a statement, but he's saying, I love my Fold 2. I don't keep phones for a full year, but this one I will. I'm the same way. Having this channel, it's like you always want something new. You always want something a little bit better. And there's just, I will not get rid of this. Unless Samsung comes up with a Z Fold 3 later this year, I won't get rid of this until the Z Fold 3. And unless they make the Z Fold 3 like awful, then I'm keeping this until then. This is game changer, total game changer. It's so hard to go back to something like this. This feels old fashioned. It feels so old, and it's not. It's a new phone, and it's perfect in almost every single way. But this is just another level. All right, Michael T5, the original Fold played YouTube Max at max resolution 720p. What about the Z Fold 2 main screen? So you can play up to 2K. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to play my video. I'm going to go to... So this is my video. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. But at the bottom, you see 1440p 60. That's on the main display. Let me close this, and let me see about the front display. I can't remember what the resolution is of this. Let me just see what this will let me do at. Well, let me close YouTube just to be fair, just to make sure it's not. So yeah, on the small screen, max is 720p 60 video, whatever. I never watch video on this, never. And if I do, I have it closed and I'm just listening to the audio. Not a big deal to me. All right, Chris S. I found that the Fold 2 is super heavy. Does the weight bother you? When I first got the phone, I was like, dang, it's a heavy ace phone. Heavy. Very heavy. Now, I don't think so. I'm so used to it. I don't get hand fatigue generally. Now, I will a little bit if I'm walking. So when I'm walking, I walk like 6 miles a day. When I'm walking, and if I hold it out and I'm holding it the whole time, yeah, my hand will get a little bit tired. And it is heavier than any other phone that I have. But you get used to it, especially when you're home. I don't really get hand fatigue. It's perfectly fine. So you'll get used to it. That's all I can say. But it is heavy. All right. 100 Band says, I have a custom order in for the Z Fold 2. How is it really? I keep saying it. I don't know what you want me to say, but it's amazing. It's the most fun device ever. I think if I had to talk about it in one sentence and not like carry on and on, it's the most fun device ever. I said it in the previous video, and I stick and live by those words, that it's the most fun device ever. You're gonna love it. Black and gold, that sounds dope. Send me a picture when you get it. I want to see. John's Life says for 2000 it should have had the Note 20 Ultra camera lens. I'll be honest with you, when I've done, I should do a video on this, but when I've done side by, I haven't done a lot, like maybe a handful, 3 photos or something. But when I've done videos and photos with both the Z Fold and the Note, I'll be honest with you, I actually think they look better on the Z Fold. I should do a video on that. I know this is supposed to have like the S20 camera, but I'm really impressed with how good the camera is on this. Now, I would like to have a little bit of a bigger lens, zoom. It's cool to have that, zoom on here to take pictures of the moon. I'd like to have that on this, but it takes amazing photos. I'm really happy with the photos. So Alejandro Fernandez says, do you have issues with your YouTube app displaying 1440p resolution after folding the phone from the front screen? So he's saying, if I am watching a video on YouTube on the front screen, I'm gonna play one of my videos. So I have one of my videos playing, and I open it and I go into resolution. Yes, so it stays at 720p 60. What you need to do is just literally close the app, reopen it, and it'll be able to play at 1440p. Ricardo Amaya says Samsung's offering to remove the inside screen protector for free. Do you know anything about it? Yes. A buddy of mine, another YouTuber, Dapoets, Dapoets. He's been on my live show, not recently, but in the past. He went to the Samsung. He did a video on it. Actually, you can watch his channel. But yeah, they are doing it there. You don't need to, though. It's like so easy. It's really easy. You don't need to go to a Samsung store to do it, but they'll do it for free. Z Keep Wickeds says, what does Snapchat look like? And here's what it looks like. Just one giant screen. And then I'll choose my filters. I don't know if you'll be able to see this because my face isn't in it, but let me take find a good filter. Okay, here's a good filter. Oops, I'll take a photo of myself. That's what it looks like. There's Snapchat. So Enrique Gomez says, should I cancel the Samsung warranty of $11.99 because what everyone is telling me that is not working with the Fold 2? I mean, I have it right now. I haven't canceled mine. I know Max Weinbach tried to get the warranty going on with his, and he couldn't. I would say keep it, especially because if you cancel it, you can't re-sign up. So I would say just keep it. Be safe. Batman Robinson, how do you feel about the front display? Do you use it often? No, I don't. Only time I use that front display is when I want to quickly look at my phone. I have it closed. I'm walking. I just want to see if I have any notifications. That's really the only time I use it. Most of the time I have the phone, I have the phone like this. I'm just walking around my house like this. I can't wait to get a case on here so I can throw a pop socket on here, so it's super easy to hold and more comfortable. But generally it's always like this. Solomon says, would you recommend the normal Fold or the new one? I never had the normal one, but when you look just like physically at this one and the old one looks like it's from 1999. I don't know why you would buy that. Well, maybe money-wise you would buy it because you can get it for like $900, $700, something like that. That makes a lot of sense. But if you go on Swappa, you can get a Z Fold 2 mint condition for like $1,500. Get this one; it's well worth it. All right, Mr. Jodo to go says, on the Fold, could you do everything on the small screen? I drive a motorcycle with the phone on the handlebar, and that's why. Yeah, it's the same experience. Exactly. It's just a bigger screen versus a small screen. So Chris S asks, what would you steal from the Z Fold to make the Surface Duo 2 better? Everything. The software is better on the Z Fold. It's more customized for that experience of that phone. The cameras are better. It's faster. The 120 hertz display. It's got faster charging on the Z Fold. Like literally everything. Shamara17, thank you so much for the $5 first of all. When will YouTube, Netflix, Hulu optimize their app to utilize the full screen? Any word on that yet? I heard Netflix already does it. My wife said they do. I don't. Let me just play a Netflix video. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it does it. Look, you do the same thing. Just pinch in. Netflix already does it. Let's try Hulu. No, this one doesn't do it. So Hulu doesn't do it just yet. YouTube already does. I already showed that earlier. So do the same thing on YouTube. I'll show you just in case. So when you're watching a video, so just pinch in, and there you go. It takes up the full screen. Obviously, it cuts off the edges, so it's not really doing it so much. But yeah. So Latrell Jennings says, from what I've seen on the Z Fold 2 in Mystic Bronze, has a frosted back, and the Mystic Black color has a glossy back. Is that true? Kenosha represent. Dude, first of all, to answer your question, I do want to go to Wisconsin. I know I joked to you about like eating some cheese there, but I love cheese. I want to meet you, by the way, and hang out, do whatever. I just don't know if I'll ever visit Wisconsin. Why would I? But I do want to visit the Midwest. Anyways, so yeah, like kinda. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of has a frosted back in a way. I mean, it's definitely not as shiny and like. Is this actually? It's like, here's the black one. I don't know what the black one looks like actually, because my dad ordered a black one, so I'll know in a little bit. It's not like that. The bronze, like it's not mirrory. You know, I like the way this looks, like matte. It doesn't really get fingerprints. I love it. I'm so glad I got the bronze. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll do this again for sure. I'll do a different topic next time, obviously. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys. Oh, let me get Latrell's name off there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys down the road.